back to the Forge. Smithy again, and today, finally, we're getting to GRIMLOCK. I have been waiting to get to GRIMLOCK for a while now. This one has been a little bit controversial amongst the fan base because basically his proportions are off. You can see that pretty much just in his overall design. I mean, he's got a pretty chubby tail. You know, he's got the oddly shapen legs. He doesn't have just, the straight dino legs that we normally see. So the fans have been a little like, oh yes, well his head looks wonderful, but everything else is just garbage. How dare they do something like this to such a beloved character? Ugh. I swear the worst thing that can ever happen to a series is the fan base. So, now what I could consider a legitimate issue that people are bringing up is the fact that on his back you do get this, basically it's his combined mode crotch plate. And, he does have a little bit of gappage, but, if you want to be imaginative, which, you can always give him like a little Diaclone seat like the G1 toy, something like that. It's just a thought, something you can do. I can honestly say it's no big deal. He's fun. Me GRIMLOCK. Me GRIMLOCK turned to Combiner. He's fun. And for, once again, somebody who never had a G1 GRIMLOCK, this is awesome. This is an awesome thing for me. Crap, forgot one thing. Pause, and we're back. Sorry about that. Forgot to grab one of my comparisons off the shelf. The only other GRIMLOCK I own, we'll do this real quick. We have Fall of Cybertron GRIMLOCK. Back a little bit. This one's more of a vertical GRIMLOCK. This is more G1-y GRIMLOCK. And, he has that ability. He doesn't. He does have an ability based in his mouth, though. Okay, you can't really call it an ability. So, dinosaur comparison. We'll get to it in a second. Trying to stay on task here. That's what I'm trying to do. And we'll compare him with his old hard-headed buddy, Slag. Because, it's not like they could ever agree on anything. Put him with the little sister of the gang, Slash, which once again we basically have Jurassic Park scaling here. And yeah, now the Voyagers are coming with the feet for the combined modes now, which I appreciate that we're not just getting a bunch of bad combiner pieces. We're actually getting pretty good combiner pieces because of this. So he comes with the feet, which you saw in the Jazz video, if you watched the Jazz video. The feet are supposed to be prime armor, but once again, it's a thing you can do, it's just not a great thing you can do. You have slots right here on top of each one where you can stick a Prime Master in. Or, I'm pretty sure this was a Machinima thing because of their Combiner Wars series. All of the Voyagers are coming with the Enigma of Combination. If you haven't watched the Combiner Wars series by Machinima, I recommend that you never do. There's not much that you could call redeeming about it, other than Optimus and Megatron teaming up. That's about it. Megatron is pretty much the only decent part of the entire series. So, I mean, what you can do with the Enigma with these is it's basically just something you can do just like the Prime Masters. So, you stick them in here and you kind of have to press it into place so it'll hold in. And you can then attach these to GRIMLOCK if you want. He has ports on his, posts on his dino legs right here, and there's a port in the bottom of these. So you can totally give him big, random stompers on the outside of his robot legs. The directions actually tell you to do this. It's something that can be done. One second, gotta pull the stinking Enigma out. Now, I will not be showing his combination mode in this video. That's something I'm going to do the combined mode video once Sludge and Snarl come out. But I will share this. The dinosaur head for Grimlock becomes the chest plate. And they're making it so all of the Voyagers, when they transform into their combination mode, you take their Enigma and you plug it right into the center of their chest. So for him, it's literally going to be, you open his mouth up all the way like that. And then there's a little post hole in the back there for the little Enigma post thing. And he can have a mouthful of Enigma, or Prime, or whatever you want to call it. I get what they're doing. Not necessarily sure I can validate this one yet. I'll have to see how it looks in full combination mode. So, other than that, he's a Grimlock. You have a little bit, these are his robot mode legs, so you have a little bit of combination, or not combination, articulation here, but it ends up popping this piece apart. Shoulder, these are his shoulders in robot mode, so you have that. Swivel, double jointed knee. What's funny is his legs are actually something people have complained about because of the way they're sitting. But the fun part is actually, you can fold it back on this hinge like this and fold it forward on this hinge like that. And it gives him a kind of sort of more realistic T-Rex leg. Not great, but it does do that. And I think that's how they were excusing it, because the combiner ports for the combined mode arms are right here. So I think that's what they were going for. Don't quote me on it because I'm not part of the planning committee. So that's basically what you have there. And of course, you can do this and his arms are on ball joints. So, hello, me Grimlock. So that's basically all there is to that. We'll do his transformation real quick. It's a G1 Grimlock transformation, basically. So, pretty simple. You grab his tail from this point, you straighten his legs out, straighten his tail out. Then you grab the tip of his tail here, fold it up, and it'll actually unpeg from each other once you get it folded up to the back, so you don't even have to worry about that. And they do tab into the backs of his legs. So once you do that, straighten him out, straighten out his legs, and you can literally just stand him displaying like that if you really want. You can. So, come around to the front here, split his chest open. Can't have his legs completely straight, or otherwise you can't get the chest open. Yeah. So, once you do that, grab his dino head, unpeg it, peg it into his back. It flips right back and just pegs into place. Now, you grab his diaper, basically, and you unpeg it, and it's on a double hinge, so it comes up, pegs into place on the chest. Just like that. And from there, you just finish unpegging his legs, and flip out his hands, like that, and like that, and just like that, Grimlock in robot mode. And he's awesome. He is a very good G1 Grimlock. Once again, they're knocking these G1 designs out of the park. I mean, well, wrong side. Very clearly Grimlock's head. I mean, you can't really complain about the robot mode. I mean, I guess if you want, you can complain about the gaps in his arms right here, or you can complain about the combiner ports on his feet. But quite honestly, if that's really the straw that broke the camel's back for you, then you might want to reevaluate your life, because that's kind of nitpicky, don't you think? Just saying. My opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. Doesn't mean they're all right. So, Grimlock. From this point, he doesn't really have any additional articulation other than, you put his wing things back and you have all of his shoulder articulation now. And he has decent leg articulation. Really hard ratcheting knees, but that's to help him in the combiner mode. And of course he has a waist swivel, so you get some really good posability options for him. Now, I agree, there's another gripe that has been with him that I agree with 100%, and that is, he doesn't come with any weapons. Grimlock is known for having his sword and his gun. We got neither. But, I will say this, where did I put it? If you have the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, This totally fits in his hand. So you can give him the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock sword if you want. I know a lot of people, once they got Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, were not pleased with him other than his robot mode. So that's something that you can do. Then you take the Prime Armor. This is what they actually gave him for weaponry, and I really wish I was making this up. Port, or tab, port. That is literally what they gave him for weapons. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a little saddening, gotta say. Yeah, I was not too happy when I saw that. Everything else about this figure I love, but the fact that that's what they gave him for those, I mean, I don't know anybody who actually uses it when they have combiner accessories like this. I don't know anybody who actually displays them with these on. They just set them off to the side. That's what I do. That's what everybody else does, as far as I know. But, yeah. Grimlock himself is awesome. It's just the Prime Armor gimmick. It works on pretty much every other figure in this line so far, except for him. It's just a thing. But he's a good Grimlock. Just ignore the Prime Armor. Just ignore the Prime Armor gimmick in this mode, and he's a really good Grimlock. Just set it off to the side. Just ignore it. Enjoy the Grimlockiness. So, we're going to cue the fade. We'll do the size comparisons real quick. First we'll do him with the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. Awesome Grimlock. Awesome Grimlock. There's a lot of good Grimlockiness right here. We'll do Slag. A decent comparison. I mean, they're going to have to be different because he's an arm or a leg and he's a body, so it's going to have to be a little bit different. And we'll do Slash. Once again, still the little sister of the team. So, yeah. Not a whole lot else I can say about him. He scratches the G1 itch. If you want a G1 Grimlock, but tracking down a G1 Grimlock is going to cost you a couple $100 for a good condition one, depending on where you look. eBay can sometimes find cool stuff, sometimes find ridiculously priced stuff. But, definitely worth it. So, I think that's all there is to say. Oh, I do want to thank both MGO and PO for this. This is actually my second one. I bought the first one, and when I got him back, his waist joint here, because for the combined mode, his waist comes undone like that. You just heard it. It clicked into place pretty much. The first one I got, you could literally just go, and he would fall apart. Same when you plugged it in up here, because that's the other configuration. It was a bad one. I got a bad QC issue on that one, so I got a hold of MGO and PO both, just to see if maybe it was a widespread thing, or if I had just gotten a bum one, maybe I was screwing it up. No, I got a bum one, so, you know, rather than acting like Hasbro has personally attacked me for putting out a faulty one, I just went back and swapped it out for a new one. You know, it's an option. But we're going to call that good. I just wanted to give a shout out to those guys real quick. I really appreciate what you did. And yeah, we're going to call that good. This has been Smithy with the Power of the Primes Grimlock. And there'll be some links at the end. I just finally started messing around with YouTube to the point I started figuring things out. So there'll be a couple links at the end of the video. If you want to watch any of my other videos, I'll throw a couple links in there, see if you feel like it. Yeah, we're going to call that good. Twitter's in the description. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. And I'll catch you next time.